the lush green forest, the deep valleys, the infinite blue sky, the nature. Nature is beautiful. Nature is divine. When we are with nature, we are happy and fine. Why do you go to hill station? Why do you go to see beaches? When you go to a hill station, you feel happy. Why do you feel happy? When we see the infinite lush green forest, in our subconscious we imagine, what a big forest. I don't know how many animals, elephants, tigers, lions, millions of insects are living in this forest. They are much more powerful than me. They are much more stronger than me. The elephant weighs 20, 30 tons, and I, a man of 50, 60 kg, is proud of myself. Then we realize that in front of nature we are nothing. We realize our smallness and our ego melts. This is what happens when we go and stand in front of a infinite ocean. We feel happy. We will feel happy because in our subconscious we realize that there are millions and millions animals in the water. There are blue whales which weighs 200 tons. And what am I? A man of 50 kg? Proud of me. And again our ego melts. When we see something bigger than us, when we feel smaller, we realize we are nothing, and the ego melts. And when the ego melts, we have the pleasure of our own self. This is what happens when we do meditation. We go inside, we see our own self. When we have the impulse, the encounter with the divine self, the divine one within, when we realize that without that divine energy, without that spark, I am nothing. I can see, my eyes can see right now, the moment that spark goes out of my body, the moment the soul leaves the body, I do no longer remain Muralidhara. I become a dead body. And my eyes can't see, my ears can't hear, my mouth cannot talk. The power which makes your eyes to see, your ears to hear, your nose to smell, your mouth to taste and talk is something which we call soul. When we start the inside journey, when we have the glimpse of the divine one within, we realize that he is doing all the things. I am nothing in front of him. So where is the question of ego? Where is the question of ahankara? At that time we realize we are nothing. He is the one who is making us do everything. As in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, without my permission, even a leaf cannot move. Such being the case, who I am to be proud of me? When the ahankara melts, the divine one within is exposed to yourself. You can talk to him, you can hear him, you can get the right command from him. That is your consciousness. When you listen to the consciousness, you are right. Unfortunately, we have covered our consciousness with ego, greed, need, and so many desires, and unable to hear the world of the consciousness, the world of the divine one within us. And we are confused, we are struggling, we are stressed, we are unhappy in our life. The basic nature of human being is to be happy. Just like The nature of fire, the basic nature of fire is to burn. The basic nature of water is wetness. The basic nature of body is action. The basic nature of human being, the basic nature of mind is happiness. But unfortunately, we have become unhappy because we are going away from the basic nature, our own nature. That's why when we go in external nature, when you go to hill stations, when you go to sea beaches, when you see beautiful forest, if you see beautiful flowers, you become happy because you are close to the nature. So just imagine, when this creation of God can make you happy, how much happiness you can get when you see the Divine One within you, when you start your journey inside, and that is meditation. Master, what is meditation? Will you please explain me? My friend, don't call me master. I am not a master. I am your friend who just want to spread happiness. You want to know what is meditation? Meditation has many definitions. Just like one of the definition is meditation is art of going within. Now the question is, why should we go within? With all our external senses, all the panch indriyas, we have been seeing the external world. With our eyes, we see the world. With our ears, we hear the sounds. With our mouth, we talk. We eat and taste many things. With our hands, we touch things. That's called sparshendri. We touch things and feel things. All these indriyas or senses take the external output and feed it to the mind. When you see something beautiful, you are attracted towards it. When you see a beautiful flower, you want to pluck it. When you see a beautiful car, you have desire to buy the car. And this desire results in unhappiness. The desire is the cause of unhappiness. Desire leads to greed. Today buy a small car, tomorrow you want a bigger car. You think the happiness is in the car, but it's not so. The moment your neighbor has a bigger car than you feel unhappy. So all these inputs from external world cannot give you happiness because happiness is not there. Then where is happiness? Happiness is deep within us. As I told you, it is the soul. It is the Divine One within who is making us work, which makes your eyes to see. That is the actual spirit. That is the happiness. That is the source of happiness. That's why we call it Paramananda, Shivananda, and many Anandas. His name is always prefixed with Ananda. Ananda means happiness. When we have the glimpse of the Divine One within, the source of happiness, we become happy. So when you start your journey inside from the outside world, when you just switch over from outside to inside, you become happy. So meditation is journey within. Another beautiful definition of meditation is the art of doing nothing. We always work, we always do something, because the basic nature of human body is activity. It cannot be without activity. You must have seen people waiting at bus stop. Don't sit on the beautiful granite benches there. They roam here and there. They bite their nails. They keep on sending messages on their mobile phones. Why can't they keep quiet and just sit? Because they can't sit. You must have noticed when you go to a hospital and waiting for a doctor, in a queue. It's a beautiful reception room. There are magazines. Maybe it is air conditioned. But waiting makes you tired. You feel exhausted. Somebody calls you, your friend, hey, where are you? You say, see, I am waiting from 1 hour to see this doctor. I am tired of waiting. Why you get tired of waiting? You are doing nothing. You are just sitting in an air-conditioned room with magazines around. Beautiful place. Why do you get tired doing nothing? It is just because though your body is sitting, your mind is not sitting quiet. Mind is roaming around everywhere. Within 1 hour it must have visited number of places. You must have thought of your friends, your relations in US, your friends in Bombay, your parents somewhere in the village. So mind keeps on roaming until unless you do some work. If you do a work, your mind is focused at the work. That's why you don't get tired. But you do nothing, mind goes everywhere and you feel tired. So not getting tired and doing nothing is the art of meditation. It is the art in which you just sit, closing your eyes, joining your hands together, keeping your mouth shut. Do nothing, but you get energized, you get charged, you don't get tired. So this is one more definition of meditation. There are many more definitions. Just one more I would like to say. This is a beautiful definition which I like most. Friends, God has created you. He has given you so many things in this world unasked for. The day you were born, did you ask for air? No. Before you came here, He has arranged milk for you. He has given abundant water, beautiful nature, fruits, air, everything He has given you unasked for. He has given you good health. He has given you a beautiful body. He has given you parents. There are many people who are orphans, they don't have parents. There are many people who are born deformed, many people who are born blind. You could also have been like them. But no, God has given you a healthy body. He has given a strong mind. So, should you not remember Him for all that He has given you without asking for? Should you not remember Him once in a day for what all He has given you? Once I have been to Austria in a big church. I saw the church in Vienna. I visited the church in Vienna. 2 words were written behind Christ in Latin language. I asked the father, what does they mean? He said the first word is think. The second word is thank. He said, first think what all He has given you. You make a list of things He has given you. You will find out there are hundreds of things He has given you, you never asked for. And then thank Him for the gifts He has given you. Thank Him for what all He has given you. In meditation we do that. We just close our eyes, relax, don't ask for anything. We just sit and think of Him. To remember Him is meditation. Bhakt Mirabai has said, when we talk to God, it is prayer. When God talks to us, it is meditation. So meditation is just remembering Him. Asking for nothing, desiring nothing. This is the difference between tapas and dhyana. You must have heard number of saints in India go to forest. They used to go to forest and do tapas for years together to get knowledge, get mukti. And there were also many warriors like Arjuna, Karna, who went to forest and did tapas to get powerful weapons. There were many demons like Ravana, Kumbhakarna, who also went to forest and did tapas to become almighty, all powerful in the world. That is tapas. Tapas we do with a purpose. You want something. That's why you do tapas. It is a hatha yoga. With a challenge you are sitting, I want this. And then God appears, you ask him what you want. You know the story of Bhasmasura, who did tapas for years together and got a vara from Lord Shiva, that on whose head he puts his hand will become ashes. And there was nobody to test his power. He tried to put his hand on the head of Shiva himself. There was no bhakti involved, there was no devotion, And Shiva had to run away to save himself. Otherwise he would have been reduced to ashes. They knew what happened. Vishnu saw Shiva running like that, and with Bhasmasura following him, and he came in the rupa of Mohini, and there was a dance challenging Bhasmasura, and then there was a posture in Mohini puts her hand on her head, and when Bhasmasura tried to contact the same thing, he reduced to ashes. So friends, that is tapas. People do it with a purpose, but in dhyana, in meditation, we don't ask for anything. Because he knows what to give, to whom to give and when to give. He knows that, he knows everything. So we just think of him. Friends, we get what we deserve. We may not get what all we desire. And nobody can stop us from getting what we deserve. So in meditation, we just sit, make ourselves more and more deserving. So he gives us what we deserve. Thank you. Friends, now I will tell you what are the benefits of meditation. Meditation is very, very beneficial. You can get anything or everything, anything and everything by doing meditation. You get relief from stress, you get happiness, you are free from tension, you are more focused, you are more relaxed. Above all, you are more happy. But there are three main benefits of meditation which I would like to highlight. The first one is Viveka. Viveka, you know Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda. Viveka means power to differentiate, power to know what is right and what is wrong, power to discriminate, that is Viveka. By doing meditation, the Viveka get invoked. You become more and more Viveki. You know how to differentiate between right and wrong. That is what is required in today's world. We get confused. We don't know how to take decision because number of alternatives are available today. If you have Viveka, if you do meditation, if you have power to discriminate, you can easily know what is right and what is wrong. You always take a right decision, and after taking a decision, you never regret. The second benefit of meditation is Vairagya. Vairagya doesn't mean leaving the world and going to forest. Vairagya doesn't mean disowning your relatives, disowning your property, disowning your belongings and settling down a forest. No. Vairagya means non-attachment. You have everything, but don't get attached to it. That is Vairagya. You love your children, you love your grandchildren. When they are with you, You play with them. You enjoy with them. But when they are not there, don't worry about them. Don't become miserable because your children have gone abroad. I just tell you a small incident. One of my friend, very close friend, I went to his house. He and his wife were sitting and they asked me, we want to be happy. What should we do?